morning, good afternoon, good whatever the other one is. Welcome to the Armory, welcome to Full Time Sports Network, welcome to X. Hope everyone's doing well. Hang on, Nick, I'll sort that out because I've just realised I'm still on the circular viewing.
Okay.
Sort that out. There we go. That's better.
There we go.
Sorry, guys, it was obviously from last night. I'd like to apologise first. I don't have time to reply to DMs due to the fact I'm getting hundreds of messages, and obviously some people get starred because it's important for today, because obviously we all know what today is. It's deadline day. So I am sorry I don't apologize or reply to people today. I will reply over the next 2 days, I promise. But today is ridiculous. As you can probably see on the news, obviously Tottenham have had a bid rejected for 70 million. It honestly, it's mad. Today is mad. Firstly, I'm going to start with you, Nick. How are you feeling?
I am feeling extremely good. It's like one of those, everything's good. The birds are singing, it's one of those ones.
Awesome. Cole, how are you feeling, mate? I know you're on the break as well from work, so how are you feeling?
I don't know. I feel like a lost puppy.
You don't know what I'm going to say, do you?
No, I'm nervous. I'm scared. I'm frightened.
Don't be.
I will let you know in a minute. I'm just going to go through the 2 comments that are already in. Will anything happen? I will answer that in a moment. It's for once a beautiful morning. Carlisle, please get right man in and save out. Oh, have they sacked him? Have they sacked him, mate? Let me know if they sacked him. Humble would be the West. Well, yeah, I'm just loving that. Anyway, enough about the City game because there are more pressing matters today. For me, just prepare yourselves what could be like an Ozil-esque kind of day.
Oh, Bobby, don't do that. Oh,
yeah. Don't say it, Bob.
I'll be honest, guys. There is a possibility that there could be a hell of a shock coming in.
You got a dagger above my heart, mate, and it's going to hurt when it goes in.
Well, what I said, I did say I'll be doing this today, and this may not be the only show I do today because there could be announcements later. So there will be a show tomorrow, which I will go over the whole window, how it played out, because obviously I've been kept quiet about a lot of the stuff. I've obviously updated you guys as well in the WhatsApp when I can about what I can, because obviously a lot of us are told to shut up about certain things. We can't release information. I still can't release names today, even though it's deadline day and it could happen in a few hours. All I can say is Arsenal have spoken to their bank to be able to withdraw money out of a large lump sum because a release clause could be activated today.
As long as it's not Barkley, because they've been down for the last 3 days.
No,
that'd be a good excuse, wouldn't
it? Wouldn't that be the headline?
What I will say is Matthias Tell is looking very unlikely. And to be honest, he probably will stay in Munich at the moment. The way that
yes, they've just reported that on Sky Sports saying he's not
there is a reason why we have backed out of Tell, because we're looking at someone else, because there's a possibility we might be able to get him. Now there would have to be a fight involved. There would have to be money involved. That is all I can say. You can all work it out.
That's a shocker that money's involved in a transfer. I mean,
as in no, normally it's a bank transfer, but with release clauses, it's physical money, so you actually have to be able to get the money and take it
down to 2 leagues, doesn't it? And most likely, if we're backing out away from Tell, that kind of.
I'm saying it's either La Liga, or it's the Portuguese league.
The Portuguese league, you kind of can do bank transfers. You don't necessarily have to go to the headquarters of Portugal.
No, that's a La Liga ruling, isn't it? Because La Liga hold the release clause and not the club.
Gotta be Nico Williams, isn't it?
So let's just wait and see what happens.
Gotta be Nico Williams. I've seen little sniffs and whispers about him recently, but it's just they've been so many. I've just ignored them.
It is. It's
no,
11.
It's just way too early. Trust me, mate. I'd already be on the port by now.
It's 11 o'clock somewhere in the evening, mate. Go tea's having a drink.
What I will say, there's going to be a lot of outgoings as well in terms of loans. So Ishmael Kabir will be leaving on loan. Kakuri has joined Bromley already. So unfortunately, Bromley gets a shout Maldini now. But that's a loan. There will be a couple of others that will leave on loan. Nathan is getting a loan to Rotherham by the looks of it. Obviously, the young lad that came on last week against who do we play?
Yeah, the striker, Girona.
Yes.
What about KT and Zinni? What's going on there?
Right. So Zinni could still leave. There are two clubs that are trying to agree a deal. Now, bear in mind, we are not just going to settle for any money. We want a good amount. We're not going to cover our costs, but we do want a large amount. And I think it's Atletico and Dortmund. There was talk of Inter as well, but currently they've not really mentioned anything to us yet. So that I think what will happen there is if Zinni doesn't go, I think we'll leave it to a certain time in the day, and then if he doesn't go, I think we'll allow KT to go out of due respect. What's
the fee there
for KT?
Yeah.
KT probably will just have a nominal fee. It'll probably be about £1 million, if that. You know, it's a case of he's already signed his pre-contract with Celtic anyway.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jorginho has signed his pre-contract as well for the end of the season as well, so he's definitely leaving in the summer, as I told you. Obviously, Partey, there's more than just transfer that is over his head at the moment, so we'll have to wait and see what happens with Partey. But yes,
I mean that whole situation isn't desirable, is it?
No, it will be announced next month or the March early at the latest, I think. Sorry, what are you going to say, Cole?
Any buying club's going to be wary of that, aren't they?
Yeah, which is why you haven't seen any pre-contracts being done with Thomas Partey, because who the hell wouldn't want to get him?
I would quite like to see him go to a Saudi league for a big amount of money.
Who, Thomas?
Whether he'd go or not, I don't know. But I think for us to get the maximum amount of money out of him because of his age.
Oh, don't forget he's out of contract at the end of the season anyway.
He's gone. About what?
Yeah, so we won't get any money for him anyway at the end of the season. So
it's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is. Personally, obviously,
because when you're looking at the player, that's worth 20 million of anyone's money, 25 at his age at this moment.
Easy. Big up to the 400 people currently watching. Big up to Brezzy. Big up to Dean. Morning all. I told you in the City preview I was chilled about the game, but today I am nervous. That is still true. Yeah, look, I get the nerves. What I kind of expect to happen is there will be a deal sheet for us tonight. Thankfully, you all know someone that has to deal with those, and I promise I will be doing it very, very well. But I do expect a deal sheet tonight from Arsenal. So yeah, we'll wait and see.
That's massive.
Media said they stacked him. Oh, okay. So he's actually gone. Brilliant. Yes, I'm happy for you, mate. Withdrawing money from we have to. So we've got agreement for it. So it's a case of just final green light, and then we're off.
I've just noticed Cole's little picture. That is brilliant.
Oh, mate, that picture is going to stay in my head for a long time.
I need a poster.
I need a poster. Funny.
That's what I need.
Out of the latest, I want Liam Richardson, Ian Everett, Ryan Lowe, Neil Warnock would be a good one. Best short options, Warnock, Pearson. Yeah, totally get it. Me and JJ ironically met up when news broke, but still big argument. He still wants Carlisle related, which jeez. It looks like the Leicester will be quickly secured, which worries me. I beg it's no cheap knee-jerk appointment. No Carlisle relation, please, unless it's Nigel Pearson. Big morning to Frank001. Love your show a lot. Thank you very much, Frank. Appreciate it. But yeah, all I would say is that I don't think this is going to be the final time you see me today. I do expect to come back again later. I guarantee one signing. I can't rule out two. That's all I'm going to say.
Is this one signing Ozil-esque?
Yeah, which one are you guaranteeing? Are you guaranteeing?
Yeah, are you guaranteeing the big squeaky bum time?
I need that warm cuddle as well. Which one is it?
Squeaky bum time right now.
I don't know how confident I can say it's going to be that one.
Right.
Just because it's more
Relying on
complicated.
another
A
person.
lot of people think it's so easy just going over to the league, giving the money, and it's not as simple as that. Unfortunately, there is quite a lot of red tape you have to do as well. I'm probably about 80% confident it will happen. I think that's as much as I can be. But
do you feel that was sorry, Bobby? But did you feel that was in motion before the weekend, or do you think the 5-1 helped?
No, I've always known that we were going to make a deadline day signing.
Right.
Always known it. And to be fair, you can see how many clubs are doing the same as well. Now, do the fans like it? Of course they don't. They want it, all the business done at the beginning of the window. But then people don't make a lot of money out of it, unfortunately. And that's unfortunately how the transfer windows work. People make a lot of money out of this. So it has to go up to the final day. How much is the clause for Nico Williams? I shall tell you. Give me 2 seconds and I shall.
It's not that much, is it, compared to Gyökeres, is it?
Well, in terms of PSR, it's actually a lot of money. I know people could get very confused with money and PSR. So PSR value, it's over 100 million because it takes away what you can do with PSR. But lump sum wise, it's not a lot. I know people get very confused with the difference between the two.
Contract he wants as well, don't it? It's the weekly wage.
Yeah, let me just get to yourself. Just got his details up.
Yeah,
now.
no problem. I was wondering, because of PSR, are you talking? You know, when you're talking about a period with PSR that they review, is it the impact of that over that period, which is why the money is kind of double what the actual fee could be?
Yeah, so you have to with release clauses, you have to multiply it by 4 again. So very much similar to how you sell someone. Oh, who's that? Hang on. Someone's just popped in. Brezzy. How are we doing, Brez?
Well, you got me intrigued now. I was on a meeting and I was like, I need to get
He's just run out. The people are still there at the table. We're going, where's he gone?
Yeah, I was on the meeting. I was like, nope, I need to go. So,
all I would say, there's definitely going to be a signing today, mate. As far as I'm concerned, there will be a signing today. As I said, there is a conversation has been had with our bank. They've given us the green light to get money out if we have to go and pay for a release clause.
As the player agreed terms?
All players involved are willing to sign for Arsenal. That's all I can say. All players.
Right. It's not going to be on the
player side. It's not a problem.
What's the deal with Danny Olmo at the minute?
Oh,
that's a good question.
The thing is, if he gets released, you can still sign him outside the window anyway because he's a free agent.
Free agent.
Yeah. So
because I know the legal president isn't happy with Barcelona's appeal, and he's saying he wants to make a statement with Barcelona that they are going to abide by the laws.
Yeah.
Barcelona have not abided by the laws for about 10 years now.
Exactly.
No,
I think everyone knows the league is a bit corrupt.
Someone that represents UEFA, I'm allowed to say that they haven't stuck by the rules for about 10 years, and now everyone's getting pissed off. And UEFA has spoken to the league and said, "Sort your stuff out because this is ridiculous." Because they spend like they're part of the Premier League. They're not. Real Madrid do exactly the same. They spend like they're part of. They're not that rich. I know a lot of people think they are. They're not that rich. Same as Munich. That they are struggling as well. Sorry, it's taking me a while to log into my account because everyone's trying to use this system today. So it's a bloody nightmare. So give me a minute. Yes, mate.
Arsenal gone to the bank and get £100 to buy some more Tetley tea.
I guarantee you, it's definitely not that amount. I guarantee.
Do we know when it might come into the news, just so that I've got transfer day on the TV?
I expect later this evening because I'm planning on trying to do another show around 4:30 where I think we might know a little bit more in the media. So that's the plan for me today.
And is it Bundesliga? Is it La Liga? Is it?
I think we're reading between the lines of La Liga.
La Liga.
Like I said, I can't say what because I'm not allowed to because this has been kept under wraps for weeks. This was kind of always the plan, but obviously we've pulled out of tail now, which tells you a lot.
Position.
Why is my system?
I reckon it's Williams.
We
Right, so
we
the
said
release
this.
clause. Oh, for fud's sake! Why is my system not working?
For we're just so that we don't drop Bobby in it, we're kind of calling Wicco-Nilliams for the rest of the stream, and then it's just kind of like you know.
Okay. What about Vlahovic? Any chance of that loan?
Vlahovic, no. Juventus would need to buy a striker.
They got Koulibaly.
No, they don't feel that's enough. They need
I would
someone
agree
else.
with them.
Yeah.
With Villa, they're loading up. So like Rashford doesn't come cheap, even with them only set at
With
75%.
Villa, they have to sell someone today.
I was going
They
to
have
say,
to.
I thought they would.
Leon Bailey or Watkins have got.
Or Bailey would be nice.
Have they got João Felix now? Is that a done deal?
No, he's
No,
going to
João
Milan.
Felix is going elsewhere. I believe it's AC.
Yeah, it's AC Milan.
Yeah.
And
Trust me, I've been
AC
on
are got,
literally since like 9 o'clock this morning.
They're
Like,
building-
6 o'clock this morning. So
They're building a good squad, AC Milan.
yeah, they are. Did they get Gimenez as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
So Nico Williams is 48.2 million sterling in release.
That's the release clause. That's
Yeah.
a straight
The
up
only-
fee.
yeah,
How much?
48.2 million.
that's a bargain.
yeah, because his transfer
It is.
value is way beyond that, isn't it?
It is, but what I keep saying, and I have to keep stating it because it is very important. Release clauses are very different to. So basically, if you convert that into normal transfer fee, that is a £200 million signing, Nico Williams. So that's where it doesn't come cheap because you're paying it all in lump sum. So if you were to buy someone for 200 million quid, put him on a 4-year deal, you would literally pay £50 million a year for him. So Nico Williams, yes, it looks cheap, but to a football club, that's expensive, very expensive.
The only thing I find with Nico Williams is obviously the Euros he played well.
Yeah.
He's had a good couple of seasons. This season he's
Yeah.
shied up a bit. He's not having an amazing season. I just don't want to. I don't want to sign him, and he turns into a Pepe.
No,
Yes.
with him at the moment, he doesn't want to be at Bilbao. We all know this.
No.
And that does affect the way that you play football. His stats are better than Tell by a million miles, by the way. And with Nico Williams, you just know what you're getting. Yes, he's not had a great season, but that happens with loads of players. Once transfer mentioned, you kind of go off the boil a little bit, and you know it's affected some of our players. You look at Gabriel, last season at the beginning when he was meant to be going to Saudi, wasn't even being picked, was he? So it does affect you, and so you know if it was Nico Williams to come through the door, I'd be very delighted. Easily second best.
Yeah, he's shown he can do it on an international stage, let alone just a club format as well. So you know he has shown he can do it in a different shirt. So I'm not worried. I hope he's just having a odd season due to the background of what's going on with him and the you know the rumours.
I'm just going to go through the comments and talk about someone else in a minute. Yes.
I know we've spoken about it before.
Who just called me? Did someone just call me Bobster?
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that's M's name for me. And I'm like, what?
Oh, now we know. Now we know. That's not going to get
work for a start.
I know we spoke about David, but is there any chance? I mean, 6 months, you know.
No, he's going. He's doing a pre-contract with someone. I still don't agree with us wanting him. I think it's stupid. So I'm glad we're not going for him. He's just not our type of player, and I know a lot of people go, "Why?" He's a bit lazy, and we don't want someone like that. I know that always sounds harsh, but he is just the lazy type of player, which I don't really want. Kai works way harder than what Jonathan David does. He just can't score sometimes. I want to do business with the league on the last day with the way that they handle transfers. Thomas Partey. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we've had some decent players from the league on Dead Down, don't we?
Yeah.
They are, Frank, they are the two positions that we're looking at today. So if it was two, one will be a striker, one will be an attacking winger. So,
one on contracts. What's going on with Skelly?
Yes.
Oh, don't worry about Ethan or Lewis Skelly. They'll be announced probably by the end of the summer.
Ethan's just signed the contract, does he not?
Yeah, but they'll be signing first team contracts,
Right.
which is way
Okay.
different.
How's it going with
Yeah.
Bukayo?
Nothing to worry about again.
Cool, because he's heading towards his second 2 years left, isn't he?
Yeah, we're not concerned by any of our players
Who's that?
currently.
He's a
Bukayo
one club
Saka.
man, Bukayo Saka.
I hope so.
As long as we keep challenging, there is a stipulation with Saka for me.
Yeah.
Because he will want to win trophies.
I mean, as a fan base, we can't be angry if we fail miserably,
no.
and he goes away because he's deserved it. He's tried.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
You can't be angry with him. But
No, he
I want, as for the love of the player, I'd love to see him go on to a big team and win many, many, many trophies. If we can't do it,
Absolutely.
but you know, we can't be selfish.
Bittersweet is you want to see him in an Arsenal shirt doing it.
Oh, exactly. But if we can't do it, then who are we to hold a player back of his potential? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like what Bobby says about Chido. If he doesn't feel there's a pathway to any of the youngsters, you've got to wish them well.
Yeah.
We know why people are asking what clause is so they can guess names. Yeah, I get it. Carlisle Pie eating chief executive mod because he said new manager doesn't change the maths. Maths is maths. That's funny because Williamson clearly didn't change a thing. Is Watkins injured? Nothing that would affect a medical. You can be injured and have a medical and still pass it. So I won't worry too much. Greetings from Canada. Ready for my 6 a.m. report. Predictions for transfers include David and Watkins. The latter will get his dream transfer. Watkins is definitely one to watch today.
Williams and Watkins.
I know, right?
Can't rule it out.
I might have to get the rum out.
I don't see that. I don't think you'll get Williams and Watkins. I think you'll either get Williams or Watkins.
Oh, I don't know.
I will add a little bit of information to you in a minute, Carl, which you might be shocked by.
Because I feel like we're quite close to Watkins, actually.
It's been
but I just feel like that's 2 guaranteed transfers, isn't it? I know Watkins you can spread out over a 4-year period or whatever is a bit easier for us to do. But with having to pay, if you do get Williams, having to pay that release clause and then buying Watkins on top, I'd like to see it. I don't know.
If we bring in Williams, what coup that would be? Yes.
Yeah,
as I said, he may not be
gonna
the
say
only one
earlier.
today. The problem with Nico Williams is that we have spent all January telling ourselves he's not worth it because we thought he wasn't coming. I worry about Saliba and his contract. I pray he stays. That's a different situation for the summer. We've got to wait and see what Real Madrid do, if I'm honest. Bobby don't want David, especially when Moscow. Yeah, well, that's not the football reason. Obviously, it will annoy me because Moss will just say Jonathan David is the saviour of Arsenal Football Club. But I just also think he just doesn't fit our system. I've watched him enough to think, you're not the type of
aggressive enough in the press.
No, exactly. That's the important part. And unfortunately, on a report, that is called lazy. Don't shoot me. I'm not the scouts.
That's why I think Nico Williams is the better option at this moment.
Now, Carl, are you sat down?
No.
I'm sat. I have a squeaky bum, but I am sat.
Okay. I spoke about Williams. Don't rule out Gyökeres.
Oh, Bobby, stop it.
Stop it.
No.
Because you know Gyökeres is our number 1 target.
No,
Stop
you
it.
can't be saying stuff like that.
I can
You stalky
unfortunately,
bugger.
Arsenal and Man United are both fighting for the same striker target for this.
Well, they've got Kel, so we might as well have Gyökeres, haven't we? So it's only fair.
Tel's not even going to United, mate.
No, he's
Why would Gyökeres choose United? I don't
Because
get
of
it.
Amorim.
Almiron,
Yeah.
No way.
So I'm not saying this one's going to work out because obviously you're going to have to pay it in the way that Sporting Lisbon want it paid, but don't rule Gyökeres out.
I would much rather have Gyökeres and Williams.
Summer plans then.
Oh God, 100%.
Well, it won't. So midfield plans are done. Okay,
Right.
Midfield plans. I know exactly who's going midfield. Obviously, striker option. Now, the winger was meant to be the summer. That will obviously, if he does come in today,
Yes, of course. Yeah.
that's then sorted. Striker option. Right now, I don't really care if it does change the plans in summer because I want him now.
Yeah. Yes.
I will have that discussion with Arsenal later in the week and see if it changes anything because I know we've got a situation that we would have to deal with if we were to sign a striker today, we would have a problem because I know what's happening in the summer. So I'd have to come back to you on that one, see if it has changed plans. But it wouldn't surprise me because I've always known that we want 2 strikers in.
Well, we need more.
I just didn't expect to pay over 50 million for both of them. That was my anticipation.
I'll tell you what, gents. If we get Wico Williams and we get Victor Gyökeres and we've got Zubimendi in the bag and we've just smashed City 5-1, that is.
I'll tell you what, mate. I'll tell you what. If we sign Mr. Victor and Mr. Nico, I'll run around my garden naked with an Arsenal tie.
So I was going to say the same. I'm breaking out the crunchy.
I
am just like
Carl. Can you also promise me something else?
What?
Never show me. Okay.
Oh, Bobby, that's weird.
Just
It'll be
tell
live
me you did
streamed
it.
on the WhatsApp.
I don't want to see it. I don't want proof. Okay.
I'll paint a 5 on the pie and run around with a 1 on the other.
We'll do some funky relay race in naked. I'll pass you the.
Well, I'll stay humble written on my arse cheeks.
I don't know what it is about the army, but we always seem to get naked very quickly. Canners was
You should never drink together.
Honestly, what's going on here? But look, I'm not promising that Gyökeres will happen, but there is negotiations happening because we are
advanced
Man United.
Is it advanced stages?
I wouldn't say it's advanced, but there's definitely an open door, and I like open doors than closed doors. So, and for me, I think any negotiations can happen until about 5 o'clock. We need 6 hours clear to get everything else done. So, fingers crossed we get. That's when I'm aiming to do the stream around 4:30. So hopefully there's more information by then. So I can update you guys.
Can we rate them? For me, the Ozil-esque, rate them. The Ozil-esque transfer for me would be Victor. That would be the one for me, more than Williams.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
It would.
Yeah, I get that. I think a lot of people would find Williams as a
but Bobby,
Ozil-esque.
I would.
Don't get me wrong, but Victor's the one.
Yeah, some people just love him. Yeah. What are you going to say, Nick?
The rumours for Martinelli for 100 million to Saudi.
Yeah.
Might not happen this window. But if we signed these 2 players, do you think that would be something that would be...
Someone would have to go for... Yeah, someone will have to go.
Right.
I'd bite their hand off.
Without doubt.
Martinelli.
100 million for Martinelli right now, I'd bite their hand off.
He's been a bit on form for us, though, guys, over the past month.
Yeah,
he's been
I like
popping
him.
up
I don't want him to go, but for 100 mil...
Oh, yeah.
It's straight profit, though, because how much did we buy him for?
6 million.
Yeah,
6 million.
That's a turnover. That's a massive turnover,
isn't it? That's a Nicholas. That dwarfs the Nicholas Anelka in its day. What we've done there.
That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, 100%. Well, I just want to get back into comments because do need to wrap up in 15 minutes so I can get back to work. Because without me, transfers don't actually happen. So.
Bobby, get back to work. Stop your yakking.
Yeah.
Just pull it off now.
David just wants to for a tap. He will get a good wage when he signs his pre-contract. I guarantee you that. David did nothing at Liverpool apart from score a lucky rebound. Yeah, I don't rate him that highly personally. If we sign Gyökeres, I'm losing my mind.
With you, Frank. Frank, I'm with you.
Bobby, you're such a player tease, but I like it. I'm being very honest. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but this is what we're working on. So Arsenal will do everything they can to get at least one player in today. We are trying for 2, so that's the important thing. Matthias tells Sesko
from Portugal to England. Now, isn't it?
Say that again, mate.
Just saying that flight time from Portugal to England is only about an hour. So.
Oh yeah. That's why I think.
Bryce's on it already. He's there downloading the input.
He's at the airport waiting, mate. He's second plane.
I get my fan. It's fine. I'll drive down it now.
Now.
There's getting naked at the Emirates to do our lap around it.
Matthias Tell, for me, looks like he's going to be staying at Munich. I can't see anyone wanting him at the moment. Bayern Munich are asking too much for the option to buy, so they need to kind of sort that out, if I'm honest. Sesko, unless you wanted to pay an extra 50 million on top of the 60 million that was already a gentleman's agreement, which no club's going to do. So well done, RB Leipzig. You've played this very well. Yeah. But there is a gentleman's agreement for him to leave in the summer, Club's already been assigned, so yeah, he'll be off in the summer anyway.
Yeah.
Have we signed Super Mendy for me? 99.9% done, so I'm not concerned about it. Also, not the only midfielder signing we'll be making. Still believe Sesko gentleman's agreement still holds true. Yep. Are we close to any player Gyökeres tell? Nothing close, but we are working on stuff right now. It is going to be a late one, people. So if you want to stay up, I promise you want to stay up tonight, because it will be a late night for Arsenal. Because we are going to be working up. We are going to be working up until 11 o'clock tonight, guaranteed. I know Arsenal are. Obviously, my team will be working until about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, doing all the late deals. So, Tel is staying in Germany. Yeah, 100%. Almost a weird situation. I hate that. I hate Barcelona. They're my Spanish club, so it pains me to say it, but I do hate them at the moment. I think they're awful. But yes, so how are we feeling? Are you still nervous? We'll start with you.
I'm even more nervous now.
I'm more nervous now because the potential of who's coming in.
Sorry, guys.
I feel like I've been told I'm going to Disneyland, but I know my dad's a gambling addict and we might not be able to afford the flights.
Your dad can't get the money out of Barclays, mate.
And you know what I mean? It's like, oh, look where we're going. And it's like, yeah, all right, Dad, what have you gambled?
We nearly had Gyökeres, but they couldn't get the transfer in.
But I don't rule out Gyökeres. I don't rule out Watkins. I don't rule out Williams at the moment, because you just can't rule it out.
So Gyökeres, Watkins, and Williams are the three.
The three at the moment, yeah. I don't expect any shock exits apart from Zinni. And if Zinni doesn't go, I do think that we will be nice enough to let KT go right at the last moment. I'm not sure. I think their deadline time is slightly different to ours. It normally is in Scotland. So we might have to watch out for that bit as well. But I think we'll be just very nice to KT and just say, Zinni's staying, so you can go, because only one of them needs to stay. Just to
I might get the fight radar out again, start tracking.
I guarantee Arsenal fans will be doing all sorts today to keep an eye on our.
If that was the window, I'm in danger of having a third child. I'm telling you. Mrs. Geeks, you better watch out tonight, my love.
But no, look, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be stressful for all the Arsenal fans as well, because let's be honest, we all live and breathe this. I know some people have been extremely miserable saying we won't sign anybody. I will be absolutely shocked if we don't sign one person today. Absolutely shocked. And I'll be doing a show tomorrow, and all I'll be doing is swearing throughout the whole of it. So,
I'll be there with you, Bobby. I'll be saying I wanted to go to
Disneyland. This is the thing.
Why didn't we go?
Yeah. Well, I'll be saying we're bloody wrong, and I won't be holding any bunches either. It's like Christmas morning, afternoon, and evening today, Trent. Yeah. For people that love it, they absolutely love it. For people that hate it, they really try to avoid it. Players from which positions will be coming in? Is this for today? So if it's today, we're talking about winger and a striker is what we're looking at today. There is nothing else in the horizon for today, position-wise. So yeah, they just say to me for which other positions. Oh, that's the summer. So summer, come back to me, because there could be all sorts happening in the summer.
Defender and goalkeeper.
Well, there could be two defenders, because left back is very important, because that allows Lewis Skelly to go in midfield. So that's a priority. Another centre back, a goalkeeper, two midfielders, which have already kind of been sorted anyway. So I'm not too concerned about those two. And obviously, we were going to be looking at a left winger and a striker. But if they can be done today, then it will be just one striker, as long as that hasn't changed the plans. But I can't see that changing the plans, because we've always wanted to. I just weren't expecting to be paying over 50 million for both. I thought one would be like a 30 million pound signing, if I'm honest. Percentage chance we sign someone today. I'm still 100%, Elliot. I've not shifted all window for that. 100%. That might change later today, but I'm still 100%. Anthony, who's coming in? I can't tell you who's coming in, but we're trying. But I hope you're doing well, Anthony. Did the lads play like that yesterday because they know who's coming in? I guarantee the players know what's going on. As I've said, they will know, because they will, obviously, Mikel will know. And it's very hard for players not to know what's going on, because they're around the hierarchy. They have meetings and stuff like that. And we're not private around the training centre. So, which David? Oh, that's Jonathan David. Not a great fan of him, if I'm honest.
They are two players that would drive shirt sales as well. There's going to be an economic impact.
And commercial.
On that.
Of course they will. Arsenal aren't daft, mate. Arsenal aren't daft because these will be an absolute.
Well, if it's
in the footballing world.
If it's good corrects in Williams, I'm buying the shirts today, tomorrow. I don't care.
Arsenal
I'll
were
get tattoos.
They get tattoos. Jesus Christ! It's just an estimated guess, or is it actually happening? It's actually happening now. The negotiations are happening now, so it's not a guess. It's actually happening now. I'm just updating you what's happening now. This is deadline day, and nothing is pre-planned for deadline day because anything can happen. No one was expecting. None of my team were expecting a £70 million offer coming in from Tottenham to Crystal Palace this morning. Because when we saw that, we were like, "What the fuck?"
Please don't be for Mark Gay. I don't want him going there. Please don't.
No one wants to play for Tottenham. They got no pull. They couldn't pull in a brothel.
That's 3 players now they've been rejected by.
But why would you go there? Why would you go? No, I'm not doing the local needle. Right now they're in a mess. And for me, as a young player, I'd want to see them come out of that mess and maybe make my decision in the summer or next season.
Yeah, I agree. Gamer saying Waneri, Lewis, Skelly, Havertz, Partey, Odegaard. Sorry, hang on 2 secs. Too good, 100%. That is how I'm feeling at the moment, Elliot. I think Watkins is a very complicated but easier deal to do than Gyökeres for me. Just because I know Watkins wants to come to Arsenal. Aston Villa have to sell someone today because their PSR is going to be an absolute nightmare. I just see it. I can see that happening, and Williams just trigger it. Job done. I
wouldn't be angry at that. I wouldn't be angry at that because I know in the summer we can potentially go and get Sesko or Gyökeres and Watkins can turn the wing. I wouldn't be angry at that. I'd be over the moon if we could get Gyökeres and Williams, but yeah.
Like I said, I said this to Geeks earlier. I said if it's Gyökeres, I would have to question Arsenal what will happen with what is planned in the summer. Yeah. If it was Watkins, I wouldn't need to ask the question because they would already know.
Yeah,
they still get Sesko.
Yeah, because with Watkins, he's 29, Sesko's 21. Gyökeres is 26. Is that right?
Yeah, that's prime.
So that age worry because obviously you're not going to pay Sesko as much as you would. With Gyökeres in the same team. And I don't know, I'll be honest, I don't know if they could play in the same team together.
No, they're two individual talents. They like to play in two Aubameyangs. It's not a Lacazette and Aubameyang, it's two Aubameyangs.
Yeah, exactly. And for me, Watkins and Sesko could play together quite easily.
The way he plays from the left.
They have signed. They're also after a striker. Not a lot's been talked about this, but they are after a striker. And funny enough, and I was keeping an eye on the team yesterday, the player came off. He had a really horrible game. He just wasn't with it. So I'm wondering whether or not his head has been turned and he might force the move today. Between Watkins and Gyökeres, which is likely to... For me, the most likely is Watkins because I know how easier that's going to be compared to Gyökeres. But I still can't rule. The fact is, I can't rule out Gyökeres anymore. I've been ruling it out all the window, haven't I? Pretty much. I've never said that, because the first payment was always a pain in the arse. But all of a sudden, Sporting Lisbon have changed their tact a little bit. I'm interested why, because I don't understand it personally, especially on deadline day. It's stupid. But we'll have to wait and see. But guys, I do need to wrap this up because I need to get back.
I need to jump off.
But if anyone's free later, let me know.
Definitely will be.
Should be. I'm predicting around 4:15, 4:30 time. I should be able to do a stream.
I'll be in the back room waiting, mate. I'll be waiting.
Oh no, fine, mate. Big up to 900 people watching. I'm sorry that this was a fairly quick stream, but we will be back later again today. I promise.
To be continued.
Exactly, definitely to be continued. Speak to you later, guys.
Take care.
See you later, mate.
See you later.
Cheers,
bye.